Mornings are sacred. The words you speak now echo through your entire day. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves gently lapping at your feet. That ocean is your day ahead. The tide, the rhythm, it's all waiting for the ripple of your first words, your first thought, your first intention. Right now, you're a creator, not later, not after coffee. Right now, the morning is a canvas and the brush in your hand is the energy you bring to it. What masterpiece will you create? The words you speak, the thoughts you allow are seeds. The morning is fertile soil. Whatever you plant in those early moments will grow. If your first words are, "I'm so tired," or "Today's going to be stressful," you've set the tone. But if your first words are deliberate today, "I am ready for miracles, I choose joy, thank you," watch what happens. The universe listens. It aligns and reflects the energy you send out. Your morning isn't just about waking up your body, it's about waking up your spirit. It's about aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. Think of your favorite song. Before it hits that perfect note, there's an intro. That's your morning. It's not about rushing into the chaos. It's about tuning yourself like an instrument so the rest of your day plays in harmony. Before you open your eyes, place your hand over your heart and say, "Today is a gift. I will meet it with love." Feel the power in those words. You're not just speaking, you're programming your energy. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's not about ignoring challenges or faking positivity. It's about choosing how you show up for those challenges. The way you start your day is your compass. It directs how you respond, think, and feel. How often do you think about the words you use with yourself? Not just big declarations like "I am strong," but the quiet whispers that sneak in when no one else is listening. It's not the mountains that trip us up, it's the pebbles. The small words you let pass unchecked can build into a story about who you are and what you deserve. Tomorrow morning, catch yourself. Before your feet touch the ground, pause. Take a breath. Choose your first words carefully. "I am here, I am enough, this day is mine to create." Let me tell you a story. There was a man who lived a life of constant struggle. Every morning he'd wake up and say, "I don't know how I'll get through this day," and guess what? His days were hard. His challenges grew. One morning he decided to experiment. Instead of his usual mantra of worry, he said, "Today I welcome ease," just 3 words. And while his external circumstances didn't change overnight, something inside him did. He walked differently that day. His shoulders weren't as heavy. He smiled at strangers. Slowly, the world around him began to reflect the ease he had claimed. That's the power of intention. The universe is like a giant mirror. It doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. If you wake up groaning, "Why is everything so hard?" the mirror reflects difficulty. But if you greet the day with "Thank you for another chance," that gratitude ripples outward, bouncing back in ways you can't imagine. When was the last time you said something kind to yourself in the morning? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and saw not just your reflection, but your potential? Tomorrow, stand in front of that mirror. Look into your own eyes, not your face, not your face, not your hair, not the imperfections you think you see. Look into your soul, say, "I am proud of you. I believe in you. Let's make today beautiful." Your mornings are sacred. They're not just a rush to get out the door. They're a chance to align yourself with your highest self. Treat them as a ritual. Light a candle. Stretch. Breathe. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Whisper a prayer, an affirmation, or a dream. Whatever feels right for you. If you're thinking, "I don't have time for this," let me tell you something. You don't have time not to do this. Those few moments of intention in the morning will save you hours of stress later. Tomorrow morning, when the world is still quiet and the day is just beginning, remember you are the author of your life. Every word you speak, every thought you choose, every breath you take, it's all part of the story you're writing. So what will it be? Will you write a story of struggle or one of strength? A story of limitation or one of limitless potential? The choice is yours. And it starts with the words you speak right now. What if your first thought of the day became your life's reality? Pause for a moment and let that question echo in your mind. Because here's the thing, it can. Your first thought is like a seed dropped into the soil of your waking mind. It has the potential to grow into the reality you live step by step, moment by moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow and instead of groaning or grabbing your phone, you take a deep breath and think, "Today I move closer to my highest vision." Can you feel the power in that? That one thought sends ripples into your energy, your actions, your choices. It sets the tone, not just for the morning, but for everything that follows. Now, let's get honest. How often is your first thought of the day something inspiring? For many, it's "I'm so tired," or "here we go again." Sound familiar? The problem isn't just the thought itself, it's what that thought sets into motion. Because here's a truth I want you to remember: the energy of your first thought snowballs dot. When your first thought is rooted in negativity or limitation, it's like starting your day by placing a boulder in your path. But when it's an affirmation of your highest self, it's like lighting a path forward. Think about this: your mind is most receptive in the moments after you wake up. It's like a sponge ready to absorb whatever you pour into it. That's why the first thought matters so much. It's not just a passing flicker, it's the architect of your day. Here's the secret: affirm your highest vision as soon as you open your eyes. Not just any vision, the highest one. The one that feels expansive, limitless, and aligned with who you truly are. Let me share a story. There was a woman who felt stuck in her life, uninspired, going through the motions. Every morning, her first thought was, "I don't want to do this," and guess what? That thought became her reality. Days felt heavy. Possibilities seemed far away. One day, she decided to try something different. Before her feet touched the floor, she whispered, "I am stepping into my power today, that's it." Just one small change. And while her life didn't transform overnight, something inside her did. She began to notice opportunities she'd ignored before. She walked taller, she took chances, and slowly but surely her reality began to reflect her new vision. This is the magic of affirming your highest vision. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't require hours of meditation or a perfect morning routine. It starts with a single intentional thought. So what's your highest vision? Close your eyes and imagine it right now. Is it a life of abundance, love, peace, freedom? Whatever it is, feel it, see it clearly, and then ask yourself, what would someone living this life think when they wake up? Here's the answer: they'd think thoughts that align with that vision. If you want to live a life of joy, your first thought might be, "I am grateful for this day." If it's abundance, you might think, "I welcome prosperity in all forms." Now let's get practical. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, try this: place your hand on your heart and affirm your highest vision. Say it out loud, whisper it, feel it. Let it resonate through your being. It might feel strange at first, that's okay. Growth often feels uncomfortable, but stick with it. Because here's the truth: your reality will always catch up to the vision you hold most consistently. I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself a year from now. You've been starting each day with affirmations of your highest vision. What does your life look like? How does it feel? What have you created, achieved, or experienced? Now ask yourself, how would it feel to bring that version of yourself into today? Because you don't have to wait a year. You don't have to wait at all. You can start right now in this moment. Think of your mind as a garden. Your first thought of the day is the seed. What will you plant tomorrow morning? Doubt, fear, or hope? Confidence, abundance. Here's a challenge for the next 7 days. Commit to starting your day with an affirmation of your highest vision. Write it down tonight. Place it next to your bed. And when you wake up, speak it out loud. Notice how it shifts your energy. Notice the opportunities, the synchronicities, the subtle changes. Because here's the thing: your highest vision isn't some distant dream. It's a reality waiting for you to claim. And it all starts with the first thought of your day. Every sunrise whispers begin again. Think about that. The sun doesn't hold on to yesterday. It doesn't cling to the clouds of storms past. It rises, it starts fresh, and it invites you to do the same. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thought that crosses your mind? Is it excitement, gratitude, or is it the weight of yesterday, the to-do list, the stress that seems to roll over from one day to the next? You see, every morning is a gift, a blank page, and affirmations, they're the pen. They're how you script your day, your energy, your life. Affirmations are not just words, they're bridges. They connect where you are right now with the person you're becoming. And just like any bridge, they require faith. You may not see the other side clearly yet, but you trust that it's there, waiting for you to step forward. Imagine standing at the foot of that bridge. Behind you is everything you've been: your fears, your doubts, your struggles. Ahead, possibility, growth, expansion. The person you've always known deep down you could be. And the first step across that bridge, it starts with your words. Say this out loud with me: I am enough. Simple, right? But how does it feel? For some of you, those words might flow easily like water. For others, they might feel heavy, awkward, like you're trying on someone else's shoes. That's okay. Affirmations are not about where you are right now. They're about where you're headed. Now, here's the truth your mind is always listening. From the moment you open your eyes, it's absorbing, processing, aligning itself with whatever you feed it. And if you don't choose your affirmations, the world will choose them for you. Think about it. How often do you let the first words of your day be something reactive? I'm so tired, I don't have enough time, I can't deal with this today. Those words set a tone. They become the soundtrack of your morning, your afternoon, your night. But what if instead you began with intention? What if the first words out of your mouth were, I am strong, I am capable, this day is mine to create? Let me tell you a story. A woman I know used to wake up every morning dreading her day. The moment her alarm went off, she'd sigh and think, another long day, and as you can guess, her days were long. She felt drained before she even began. One day, she decided to experiment. She set a sticky note on her nightstand with the words, I am grateful for today. It felt silly at first, forced even. But she said it anyway, day after day, and slowly something shifted. She began to notice the little things, a kind smile, the way sunlight filtered through her window, the taste of her morning coffee. The same life, but through a different lens. That's the power of affirmations. They don't change your reality overnight, but they change how you see it. And when you change how you see your world starts to shift too. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Affirmations are not just about repeating words mindlessly. They're about feeling them. It's not enough to say, I am abundant, if in your heart you're clinging to scarcity. So how do you bridge that gap? How do you make your affirmations real? Here's what I want you to do tomorrow morning. Before you even open your eyes, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Place your hand on your heart and say, I am alive, I am here, I am ready. Don't rush through it. Sit with it. Let the words sink in. Feel their truth. Because here's the thing, you don't have to believe every affirmation fully right away. You just have to open the door. You just have to create the space for belief to grow. Think about planting a seed. When you bury it in the soil, you don't see immediate results. You don't dig it up every hour to check if it's sprouting. You trust. You water it. You let it be. Affirmations are the same. You plant them in the fertile soil of your morning and you let them take root. Some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't feel like starting fresh? What if yesterday's mistakes, regrets, or pain feel too heavy to leave behind? Let me tell you something powerful. Every sunrise is proof that the universe doesn't care about yesterday. It's not holding on to your missteps or missed opportunities. It's giving you permission to begin again. So forgive yourself. Release the grip of yesterday. You're not defined by it. You're defined by what you choose today, right now, in this moment. Here's a little exercise. Imagine the sun rising inside you. Close your eyes and picture it. Feel its warmth. Let it burn away the fog of self-doubt, the shadows of fear. Let it illuminate the path ahead, the bridge you're about to cross. And as you take that first step, remember, affirmations are not about faking positivity. They're about creating alignment. They're about becoming a magnet for the life you want. Say it with me, I am worthy of love. I am open to abundance. I am exactly where I need to be. Feel the power in those words. They're not just affirmations, they're declarations, they're promises to yourself. And here's a final thought to carry with you. You are not the person you were yesterday. You are not bound by your past. Every morning, with every sunrise, you are reborn. So step onto that bridge, speak your affirmations with courage, and watch as the universe rises to meet you, one sunrise, one word, one step at a time. You can't control the world, but you can control your energy. Let's pause right there. Let that sink in, because this truth has the power to shift your entire reality. Think about it. The weather might storm, people might disappoint, plans might fall apart, but inside you, within that quiet center of your being, you have the power to decide how you respond. And that power, it begins with your energy. Your energy is your responsibility, your foundation, your source of peace. If your energy is grounded, aligned, and unshakable, no storm, no chaos, no outside force can pull you from your center. So how do you build this unshakable foundation? You build it with affirmations, words that don't just pass through your lips, but sink deeply into your being. Words that remind you of your truth when the world around you feels anything but certain. Here's the thing, the world isn't designed to make you feel peaceful. It's busy, noisy, unpredictable. But peace isn't found in the world, it's found within. And affirmations, they're the keys to unlocking it. Let's begin here. I am calm. I am grounded. I am at peace. Say it with me. Feel the words, not just in your mind, but in your body. Notice how the chaos outside doesn't need to affect the calm you're creating within. This isn't just a practice, it's a choice, because every morning when you wake up, you have two options. You can allow the world to dictate how you feel, or you can decide how you're going to show up. Most people choose the first option without even realizing it. They wake up, check their phones, absorb the news, react to emails, and let the outside world set their energy. But here's the secret: you don't have to live that way. You can choose the second option. You can create your own energy before the world even gets a chance to shape it. And affirmations are how you do it. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman who used to wake up every morning feeling overwhelmed. Her mind would race with to-do lists, worries, and fears about the day ahead. Then one day, she decided to try something different. Instead of rushing into her day, she sat still for a moment, closed her eyes, and said, "Today, I choose peace. Today, I will not let the world dictate my energy. Today, I will flow with ease." And something shifted. Her day didn't become perfect. Challenges still arose. But she approached them differently. She didn't react, she responded. She didn't get pulled into the noise. She stayed anchored in her peace. What changed? Not the world, but her energy. And that's the power you have too. Imagine this: your energy is like a cup. If you start your day with it empty, waiting for the world to fill it, you'll likely end up drained. But if you fill it first with affirmations, with intention, with peace, then no matter what the day brings, your cup stays full. Here's a simple affirmation for you to try tomorrow morning. I am in control of my energy. I release what I cannot control, and I embrace what I can. Say it out loud. Feel the words resonate. Repeat it until it becomes a part of you. Now let's go deeper. Imagine the energy you carry as a vibration. When you're peaceful, your vibration is high. When you're anxious or reactive, it lowers. And here's the kicker: the universe responds to your vibration. If your energy is scattered and chaotic, the universe mirrors that back to you. But if your energy is steady and aligned, the universe responds with flow, with synchronicity, with ease. So every affirmation you speak is like tuning your vibration to the frequency you want to live in. I am aligned with the flow of life. I am open to the gifts of today. I trust the journey. Let me ask you this: how often do you take a moment to decide how you want to feel before the day begins? Most people don't. They let the day happen to them instead of creating their day. But what if tomorrow morning you chose differently? What if, before your feet touch the ground, you whispered to yourself, "I am the creator of my energy. I am unshakable. I am enough." Picture it. You wake up, and instead of reaching for your phone, you reach for your breath. You place your hand on your heart and feel its steady rhythm. You remind yourself the world can storm, but my peace is my choice. And here's the beautiful thing: the more you practice this, the stronger your foundation becomes. Over time, you'll notice that the things that used to rattle you no longer have the same power. Why? Because your peace is no longer dependent on the world. Let me give you one last affirmation to carry with you. I am anchored in peace. I trust the process of life. I am safe. I am whole. I am free. Say it as many times as you need to until it becomes your truth. Because when you control your energy, you control your life. The most powerful conversation you'll have today is the one with yourself. Let that sink in for a moment. The words you speak to yourself, the thoughts you entertain in your mind, have more power than anything external. They are the foundation of your reality, the lens through which you see the world, and the way you experience the world reflects exactly what you believe about yourself. You see, when you wake up in the morning, the first voice you hear is your own. It's not the sound of the alarm clock or the radio. It's your inner voice, and that voice is speaking to you all day long. Every thought, every self-talk is creating your experience. What are you telling yourself? Are you speaking words of love, encouragement, and empowerment? Or are you speaking words of doubt, criticism, and fear? Here's a question for you. If you wouldn't speak to your loved ones the way you speak to yourself, why are you allowing those words in your mind? Every morning you have the opportunity to change the conversation. You have the ability to shift the narrative, to choose the words that will set the tone for your entire day. And it's not just about positive thinking, it's about connecting with the truth of who you really are and reflecting that truth back to yourself in every thought, in every word. The truth is, the world mirrors the way you speak to yourself. If you want to experience more love, more kindness, more success, start by being kind and loving toward yourself. You cannot give to others what you do not give to yourself first. The most powerful thing you can do is to speak to yourself with love. Because here's the secret: you are what you believe, you are what you say to yourself. The story you tell about who you are will become your reality. So if you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, or that you can't do it, or that things will never change, guess what? That's exactly what your world will reflect back to you. But if you wake up every day and tell yourself, I am worthy, I am enough, I have everything I need to succeed, then the world will begin to show you opportunities that align with that belief. The universe will reflect back to you the love you give yourself. Let's pause for a moment. I want you to think about how often you speak negatively to yourself. How many times in a day do you call yourself stupid, lazy, or not good enough? How many times do you talk down to yourself or let the inner critic take the wheel? We all have that voice inside our head, the one that likes to criticize, the one that tells us we're not doing enough, that we're falling short. But here's something to consider: that voice is not who you are. It's a collection of old beliefs, old conditioning, old stories. And today you get to choose whether you want to continue living by those stories or whether you want to rewrite them. So let's do something together. Right now, close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. With each inhale, feel yourself becoming more present, more aware. And with each exhale, release any negative thoughts, any doubts, any criticism. Let them go. Now picture yourself standing in front of a mirror. Look into your eyes. Really look. Not at your appearance, but at the person behind those eyes. That person is worthy. That person is worthy. That person is capable. That person is a divine expression of life itself. Now speak to that person with love. Say, I love you. I believe in you. You are enough. You are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. I'm proud of you. Say it out loud. Feel the power in those words. When you speak to yourself with love, it changes everything. The way you see the world changes, the way you show up for others changes, and most importantly, the way you treat yourself changes. Here's another powerful truth: your words have energy. Energy creates reality. The words you speak to yourself are not just casual remarks, they are powerful frequencies that send vibrations into the universe. The energy you put out is the energy that comes back to you. If you speak with kindness and compassion, you'll receive kindness and compassion. If you speak with judgment and negativity, that's what will be reflected back. I want you to imagine this: every thought you think, every word you say is like sending a ripple out into the universe. Just like when you throw a stone into a pond and the ripples spread across the surface, your words create ripples in the fabric of your reality. Here's a challenge for you. Every time you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, pause and reframe it. For example, instead of thinking, I'm so stupid for making that mistake, reframe it as, I am learning and growing with every experience. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, say, I am more than enough just as I am. Your internal dialogue is so powerful because it sets the tone for your entire experience. Start your day with words that lift you up, words that empower you, words that remind you of your divine worth. The truth is, you are your own best friend or your own worst enemy. The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. And just like any other relationship, it needs love, care, and attention. Speak to yourself with the same love, kindness, and respect you would offer to the person you care about most in the world. Let's take it one step further. The way you speak to yourself also determines the way you treat others. If you're constantly hard on yourself, if you're beating yourself up, then it becomes harder to extend love and compassion to others. But when you speak to yourself with love, when you fill yourself up with positivity and self-belief, you naturally begin to radiate that same energy to the world around you. You cannot give from an empty cup. If you want to give love, you must first fill yourself with love. If you want to give kindness, you must first be kind to yourself. You cannot pour from an empty pitcher. When you speak to yourself with love, your cup runs over and it spills into every area of your life, into your relationships, your work, your health, and your experiences. Here's something else to consider: you are not your mistakes. You are not the sum total of your failures. You are not defined by your past. The moment you choose to speak to yourself with love, you create a new reality. You give yourself permission to grow, to change, to evolve. You are not stuck. You are not fixed. You are constantly unfolding, constantly evolving. And as you begin to speak to yourself with love, you'll notice something remarkable happen. The world begins to mirror that love back to you. You'll encounter more opportunities, more support, more people who treat you with the same kindness you offer yourself. So today I invite you to choose your words wisely. Speak to yourself as though you are the most precious person in your life, because you are dot. When you speak with love, the world will mirror that love right back at you. And remember this, the most powerful conversation you'll have today is the one with yourself dot, so make it count. An affirmation isn't just a phrase, it's a declaration of your destiny. Let that sink in. A declaration of your destiny. Now, I want you to imagine something powerful for a moment. The words you speak today will shape tomorrow. They are more than words, they are the foundation upon which your future is built. Every affirmation is a choice to define the course of your life. You've heard people say talk is cheap, but I want to tell you this talk is powerful. The words you speak, especially in the morning, set the energy for the entire day. And when you speak them with intention, they set the stage for the life you're creating. It's no accident that thoughts become things. It's no accident that the words you use carve out your reality. Let me ask you this, what if everything you said, every affirmation you spoke, actually had the power to shape the reality around you? What if you didn't need to wait for the perfect conditions to feel confident, abundant, or successful? What if right now, in this very moment, you could speak your future into existence? Think about the words you use, the affirmations you speak. Are they statements of limitation, or are they declarations of possibility? When you say, I am worthy, when you say, I am capable, those words aren't just sentences, they are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your mind. What you plant today will bloom tomorrow, dot. Now let's get real for a second. Many of us carry around old stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we can do, what we can't do. These stories are like old scripts that play on repeat in our minds. I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old. These stories are all limiting beliefs, and guess what? They are optional. You don't have to live by them. You don't have to let them define you. Because every time you speak an affirmation, every time you declare your worth, your capability, your abundance, you are rewriting that script. And here's the powerful part, you don't have to believe every affirmation right away. You don't have to feel 100% confident when you say it. Just say it. Declare boldly, speak as if it's already yours. The universe is listening, and it will meet you where you are. Imagine if every morning, instead of waking up and feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or doubtful, you said, I am powerful beyond measure, dot. I choose to be happy today, dot. I am worthy of every good thing that comes my way, dot. What happens when you speak those words? Well, the first thing that happens is that your brain hears them. And guess what? Your brain believes what you tell it. If you say, I am powerful, your brain doesn't question it. It starts looking for ways to make that true. If you say, I am worthy, your brain starts aligning with that truth. The energy you put out is matched by the energy you receive, dot. But don't just say it, feel it. When you say an affirmation like, I am worthy, don't just say it with your lips. Feel it in your heart. Let the words resonate with your soul. This is where the magic happens, dot. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who always dreamed of becoming a successful entrepreneur. But every time he tried, doubt crept in. Who am I to start a business? I don't have the experience, the connections, or the resources. These thoughts plagued him every day. But one morning he woke up and decided to try something different. Instead of his usual thoughts of doubt, he spoke the affirmation, I am capable of creating the life I want. I am the master of my destiny, dot. Now, he didn't immediately know how his business would take off or how he'd overcome the obstacles ahead, but what happened was that his mindset shifted. His actions aligned with his affirmation. He took risks. He reached out to people. He made decisions from a place of confidence, not fear. And slowly but surely, his business began to thrive. This is the power of an affirmation, dot. It shifts your energy. It gets you to show up differently. And when you show up differently, your life shows up differently. Here's the thing, affirmations aren't just words. They are vibrations. They are energy. And energy is powerful. When you speak an affirmation, you are tuning into the frequency of your desires. You are aligning your energy with the energy of your dreams. Now, you might be thinking, but Wayne, sometimes I don't feel like I'm worthy. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm capable. How can I speak these affirmations when I don't believe them yet? Here's the secret, the belief comes after the repetition, dot. You don't have to believe it right away, but by speaking the affirmation day after day, you start to become the person you're declaring yourself to be. It's like working out a muscle. You may not be able to lift the heaviest weights at first, but every repetition builds your strength. Every time you speak your affirmation, you're strengthening your belief. Let me give you a tool to help you make this real in your life. The power of I am. These two words are the most powerful words in the universe. They are your declaration of who you are becoming. I am strong. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am love. I am worthy. Now, take a moment to think about this. Every time you say I am, you are declaring your identity. You are telling the universe what you stand for, what you claim as your truth. So I want you to pay close attention to how you use these words. Are you affirming limitation or are you affirming possibility? When you say I am broke, you're affirming scarcity. When you say I am overwhelmed, you're affirming stress. But when you say I am abundant, you're affirming abundance. When you say I am at peace, you're affirming peace. These words have power. And the more you say them, the more you will become them. So let's make a commitment today. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, I want you to stop and speak a powerful affirmation. It could be as simple as, I am worthy of everything I desire. I am becoming the best version of myself. Or you could say, I am the creator of my own reality. Speak boldly, think abundantly, live limitlessly. The life you desire is already within you. It's waiting to be unlocked by the words you speak, the thoughts you think, and the energy you put out into the world. And as you do this, as you continue to speak your affirmations with boldness and confidence, remember you are not just speaking words. You are declaring your destiny. You are shaping your reality with every thought, every word, every action. Keep speaking, keep believing, and watch how your life begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. Thanks for joining me today. If you found value in this discussion, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more motivational content. Share your thoughts in the comments below.